Hey, Austin. Just to start, what was it like to pitch in this weather? Did you have any trouble gripping the ball at all?
Um, it was an experience for sure. The first time I ever pitched in snow like that. But no, no real issues gripping the ball. I mean, it's just something that both teams had to deal with. So, you know, try to keep your head off of it and just focus on what you can control.
Buddy mentioned how much this rotation is starting to click and how well you guys are starting to get along. What's it been like for you, coming into this rotation and getting to work with them?
It's been a lot of fun. We got a really good group here. Guys that are currently here and guys that were waiting to get back. So we feel like we have a really good starting rotation. I know the rest of the guys share that sentiment that I think, and so it's been a lot of fun to come in and just try to find a way to contribute. Try to find a way to add value any way I can, whether that be stuff, talking in the dugout on days I'm not pitching, or just going out there every fifth day, giving us a chance to win. So overall, so far, it's been really good.
Thank you.
Patrick?
Hey, Austin, I'm going to follow up on the weather question, if you don't mind. You're a Florida guy, so obviously you're not used to cold and snow. After yesterday's game and then knowing that snow is in the forecast today, did you take the mound today thinking, geez, I wonder how this is going to play out for me? Or did you just block that out?
Try to block it out the best you can. I mean, obviously it's cold. I mean, there's no way really around that. It was cold out there. It's not something that I would ideally love to do every 5 days, but like I said earlier, I mean, they had to go through the same conditions we did. I got 8 guys behind me that are grinding it out, going through the same conditions. So it's my job to go out there and give our team the best chance to win, whether it's sunny or it's snowing.
We can all see the big curveball, and we know what a nice weapon it is for you. Today, particularly, what was your feel for your other 3 pitches today? Because it looked from upstairs like everything was spot on today.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I did a pretty good job of mixing it up. I thought the curveball got sharper as the game went on, but obviously it was 30 degrees outside. I didn't think my stuff was as sharp as it, could be. But it's just got to deal with it. I thought I did a good job of throwing strikes in the head, getting quick outs, and trying to get our guys back in the dugout next to the heaters. Nobody wants to stand out there, for extended innings. So, it was a big goal for me. It was just, it's not a great day to hit. It's not a great day to pitch. It's not really a great day to do anything. So let's, fill up the strike zone and make them earn it. So that was kind of the goal going in, and then we were able to execute.
Great. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thomas?
Yeah, the starters have gotten on a little bit of a roll here. Does there have to be much discussion because earlier on, at least before this series, you guys weren't being rewarded with wins? Does there have to be much of a discussion, or does a pitcher by the time you get to the major leagues realize, hey, I don't control everything and just lets it go?
Yeah, I mean, getting a win is nice, but it's not the end all be all. Though I mean, our job is to go out there and pitch as long as we can and lead the game with either the lead or give us a chance to win. We've had, with the exception of a couple, my first start, and there's been a couple other games that we've kind of been out of early, but for the most part, our starters have done a really good job of keeping us in the game and controlling what they can control. We know our bullpen guys are going to come through. We know our offense is going to come through. Every position group's going to kind of go through, ups and downs throughout the season. It just happens to be right now that our starters are throwing the ball pretty well. And it's not overly surprising with the guys that we have in the rotation. So we'll just, look forward to continue to do that.
Do you sense the team getting on some kind of a roll here, or can you sense it?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we're better than our record says. I mean, like I said, we've been in a lot of games. We had a lot of close losses, a couple of close games with the Dodgers, a couple of close games with the Giants, a couple of close games with the Mets over the weekend. So, like I said, I mean, we have a chance every night. And, the last couple of days, the ball's been kind of bouncing our way. And so, we'll try to rest up tomorrow and continue that momentum going into Friday.
Thanks, Austin.
Yeah.
Owen, go ahead.
Yeah, Austin, I think that's 3 strong starts in a row for you. How important is it for you to have come back so strong in your next start at Coors Field after your first start at Coors Field? Is that important?
Yeah, I mean, it's always important every time I take the ball. I'm gonna go out there and pitch well, obviously. I mean, give us a chance to win. I'm realistic. I know obviously you're not gonna have your best stuff every time out, but you know, there's ways to win without your best stuff. And, you know, I think today was one of those days where I just was able to get ahead. You know, I didn't have my A+ stuff, but I had good enough stuff to keep them off the board. And you know, that's the focus really. Every time out, the goal is just to lead the game with the lead. You know, it doesn't really matter how it's done, ground outs, flat outs, strikeouts, if it looks pretty, if it doesn't look pretty. You know, my job is to win, or at least, you know, have the lead when I come out of the game. So I'll just continue to look forward to find ways to do that.
And was there anything from that first start at Coors that you were able to apply in this return start today?
I mean, not really. There wasn't a whole lot to take from that one. So, like I said then, it was kind of like wash it and go on. I mean, I don't think it was something that I thought that I wasn't going to be able to pitch here. We just happened to have a bad outing and it was here. So, you know, I feel like I can pitch here. I feel like I can pitch anywhere. So we'll just continue to, like I said, you know, sharpen things up and try to keep rolling.
Few more from Danielle.
What did you do in between innings to stay warm today?
I was sitting down in the tunnel, except for the innings that I obviously had to go up to the plate, but just kind of sitting downstairs in the tunnel, a couple feet away from the dugout, just trying to stay out of the wind. I saw Johnny do that last night, so it was kind of something that I was just going to follow. Seemed to work pretty well for him last night, and I was able to stay pretty warm down there today.
And did you have to change your warm up at all today?
I started throwing a little bit earlier. Maybe just played a little bit more catch in the outfield, maybe a couple more pitches in the bullpen, but overall, not too much of a difference.
Thank you.
Tracy?
You seem to have pretty good command of a 4-pitch mix. A lot of guys can try to come up with a second or third pitch, but be able to throw 4 pitches with confidence. I mean, is that how long have you had to work on that, or how easy did that come for you?
Well, it definitely doesn't come easy. You know, it's just kind of been, you know, the evolution of my game, I guess. I definitely didn't command 4 pitches for strikes when I first got to the big leagues. Even, you know, at points in the last couple of years, even last year at times. So I think just as I've gotten older, as I've gotten, you know, more comfortable being out on a big league mound, you know, the first couple of times you're up, when you first come up to the big leagues, you know, everything's going 1,000 miles an hour and you're really just trying to, you know, show that you can fit in and to get to the point where, you know, not necessarily comfortable, but like confident in the ability that I can pitch here every 5 days, regardless of opponent. So I think, you know, once I got over that mental step, it was more of like being able to focus on, you know, just executing pitches. And, you know, as the years have gone on, I've gotten better at being able to throw them for strikes, and, you know, we'll try to continue to make them better.
You have a good fastball, but it's not one of those overpowering, lights out fastballs. Did that kind of push you in a direction of trying to be more diversified so that you had more options when you went to a hitter?
Well, I mean, I think part of it was when I first got to the big leagues, I didn't really trust my fastball as much because it wasn't, you know, lighting up the radar gun. So I, you know, almost had to, by default, learn how to throw my other pitches for strikes because I was shy away from throwing my fastball. And then last year I realized that, you know, I could have success with my fastball. And that just took a lot of pressure off of, you know, having to throw to a curveball for a strike or to a slider for a strike. And, you know, having the confidence that I can go out there and throw an oval fastball and get ahead in the count. And nothing has to be so perfect, you know? So, like I said, I mean, just getting that confidence of like seeing yourself have some success and just trying to repeat it.